Good morning. It's another fine day. The wind is blowing, clouds are coming in. Looks like we're going to get some rain. But I don't know about you, but my garden could stand a little water right now. And as soon as I get finished with this, I got to go till and side dress my corn. And so I need to just get started. I want to read to you out of Psalms 139. I will read just the last two verses of that chapter. And it's a chapter. It talks about the omnipotence of God. And it talks about how God knows the words that are formed on my tongue. God knows when I get up and go out, and when I come in and when I lay down. And it goes through all of this, and it just about the omnipotence of God and how much God knows. Then the last two verses change a little bit. Let's read those two verses together this morning. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. You see, the psalmist knows that God is omnipotent and knows all things. But here at the end, listen to what David asked God to do. He says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Do you hear that? Know my heart. Know what's inside of my heart, Lord. Know whether I love or don't love. Lord, let's get serious about this. If I have to give my heart and life to you, then Lord, know my heart. Search me. And so here the psalmist is laying himself wide open for God to get into the deepest part of who he is. And he gives God permission. Come, Lord, I want you to know me completely. I don't want to hide anything from you. So, Lord, search me. That's a fine way to wake up and begin every day. Lord, search me. Lord, know me. Know my heart, Lord. I want you to know every bit of me. And I am surrendering to you, Lord. Then it says, test me and know my anxious thoughts. And we have those kind of thoughts. We have those anxious ways and days, and we're asking God to test us. Again, this is an opening up of his inner being to God. And he wants God to know it. Then here's this. Now here's the thing. See if there's any offensive way in me. Okay, Lord, I'm opening up my total inner being to you now. And I want you to discover any offensive way in me. Lord, if there's something inside of me that does not need to be inside of me, let me know. Lord, if there's any way inside of me, let's deal with this. Let's get this offensive thing that stands between me and you out of the way, Lord. And offensive ways can be anything. Offensive ways can be anything from part of our past that we keep in there. It can be addiction. It can be a fear. Anything that stands between you and God, it becomes offensive to God. And the psalmist here is saying, God, search me, know me. And I think the psalmist is saying, God, I have tried my best. I have surrendered what I know to surrender to you. But I don't want to take a chance on that, Lord. Lord, please. If there's any offensive way in me, let's deal with this. And then he ends with this, and lead me in the way everlasting. In these two verses is a total surrender to God. It's a surrender of your heart and your thoughts and your mind. It's a surrender of your life and any offensive thing you may be doing. And then it's asking God, please lead me in the way everlasting. What a way to start the day. What a day to begin with. And here's the great thing about it. God will do all those things. God will search you. God will know your heart. God will know your anxious thoughts and the things that are happening and going on inside of you that causes offensive ways to stand between you and God. God will know all of that, and then he will forgive all that. He will help you. Remember, 1 John 1:9 says, if we confess our sins, God is faithful and just to forgive our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Wow. And then he will lead you in the way everlasting. Have a blessed day.